What's up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with a live stream. Welcome to Laker City, guys. Man, this has been a very interesting summer and it continues. So, Adrian Wojnarowski reported like about an hour and a half ago that Jimmy Butler has requested a trade and has three teams on his list. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, Dan, none of these teams include the Lakers. 100% agree. However, the three teams he included tells us a lot about who Jimmy Butler is. Now, he included the Clippers. Why? I'll tell you. They include the Knicks and the Nets. Now, what do all three of these teams have in common? None of them are competing at all. So what this tells me about Jimmy Butler is he's not a winner. This guy just wants to go to a team that's going to pay him now. Another thing they all have in common is they're going to have max money to pay him the big bucks. Now, you guys are thinking, well, Dan, the Lakers have that money next year too after stretching Dang and all that. Yeah, we do. However, remember what I said about Jimmy Butler. He is not a winner. And I'm going to go a little bit more into depth. Jimmy Butler, in my opinion, is one of those players that has a very strong personality. He never gets along with teammates in the locker room. He had problems in Chicago with Dwayne Wade and Rondo. He had problems. Now he's having problems in Minnesota with Thibodeau and Andrew Wiggins' brother just recently tweeted that he was, the hand clap emoji, like praise the Lord because he requested a trade, which means that Jimmy Butler didn't have a good relationship with guys like Karl Towns and Andrew Wiggins in the locker room. So if I'm the Lakers, even if we did have, if we did have a ticket in this whole bid, I would hold back and sit back because first of all, the Lakers cannot trade. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream. The Lakers can't trade nobody from the veterans we just signed till like around December, because of the new collective bargaining agreement that happened, a couple years back. So the Lakers have to hold on to guys like KCP, Lance Stevenson, Rondo. We can't include any of them in packages. And what does that mean? It would take basically the whole young core, including Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and Lonzo, just to match the salary of one Jimmy Butler. So first of all, we can't even trade for him. So throw that out the window, right? We're not giving up the whole core for one Jimmy Butler. Secondly, we're going to have cap space, yes, but Jimmy Butler's not a winner. He wants to go to a team where he's by himself with his ego, and I guess he's putting up big numbers. That's why he put those three teams as his, main primary destinations he will resign with. Seriously, who wants to go to the Brooklyn Nets or to the Clippers? The Knicks, I get it. They're up and coming, but who knows? With James Dolan, who knows if they're ever going to be relevant? But bottom line is Jimmy Butler is somebody that the Lakers have to have a hard pass on, even in free agency. Now, at this point, I'm not even willing to sign him in free agency. So who cares, right? Who cares about the whole Jimmy Butler situation? Again, I'm really questioning his character. He's having problems with peaceful guys like Wiggins and Towns, who never had problems with anybody before Jimmy Butler came along. Again, he had problems with Wade and Rondo in Chicago, Rondo, I get it, but Wade, come on now. So, yeah, Jimmy Butler, hard pass. I say no to that simply because of his character, personality issues. Now, you might say, oh, the Lakers already have a couple of those players like Rondo who have strong personalities. Yes, but these guys are proven winners. They want to come here to help the Lakers win. They're ready to put their ego to the side and contribute. So that's the difference between Jimmy Butler and guys like Rondo. Rondo actually is coming to the Lakers to try to win. He even said he's willing to come off the bench. He'll do anything. So that's exactly the type of players we need. Hard-nosed guys who are going to do whatever it takes for us to win. So now Jimmy Butler, if one of these trades does go through, now remember, he's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. So if one of these trades do come through, he's going to be stuck in a team that's not even competing, whereas the Timberwolves were dangerous, with him in the West when he was healthy. So this is even more good news for the Lakers because now the Lakers have one less team to worry about, depending on what trade they get. Hopefully they don't get another star in return. But now the Timberwolves might not be as relevant as they would have been with Jimmy Butler, right? And whatever, if he goes to any of those three teams, he's really not going to elevate their status much. The Clippers are still going to be garbage, even with Jimmy Butler. The Knicks might look really good depending on who they give up. But the New Jersey Nets, doesn't matter. They're in the East either way. So those are my thoughts on Jimmy Butler, guys, real quick. I feel like the Lakers aren't really going to bid much here, as they should. They should stand pat with our young core. And we're going to have max cap space next season next summer, right? So if we are to do or to pull off a trade, it would have to be with somebody who's ready to contribute and wants to win. Somebody like Kawhi Leonard, somebody like, I guess, Klay Thompson, even though I'm not a huge fan of him, but I guess Klay Thompson would fit that bill. Maybe even Kyrie. You never know. But I doubt it because Kyrie's and LeBron's relationship wasn't great. But hey, I've seen crazier stuff happen. So those are my thoughts, guys. I'm gonna hit up the comment section real quick to see what you guys think. How you guys doing, man? We got about 11 days left till training camp officially starts, till preseason starts. Actually, training camp starts on Monday, so that's when the media day commences on the 24th. So I'll definitely give my thoughts right after media day here on this channel, so keep it locked. Not a new hairstyle, man. Honestly, I haven't really cut my hair, so it's just long. This is the same fall hawk I had. It's just really long. He said, where's the 2K19 gameplay, Dan? Oh, man, I streamed twice, and then I got really busy. But so I don't want to make any promises. I like to keep my word. Some point this week, I'll definitely live stream. I know you guys want to see the My Park, My Career. I haven't had too much chance to play with my players too much, but we'll see. He said, the sad thing is he traded for Jimmy Butler and he'll leave you. Agreed. Now, the Timberwolves are losers in all this. They give up a lot. They gave up Chris Dunn. They gave up Zach LaVine, who both, I think, have a bright future in draft picks. And also, didn't they give up Markkanen? So they're going to have to maximize Jimmy Butler's value here in a trade and try to trade him as soon as possible, because the further they go into the season, the less value he is worth, right? And the more they could even risk injury. So you just never know. He said, pass on Butler. He thinks he's better than he actually is. That's true. If he stuck to his role, he would be the perfect Pippen to LeBron's Jordan, right? Because he's a great defender, two-way player. But based on the list he gave, that just tells me everything about him. He doesn't want to win. He just wants to be the guy making all the money on his own team, right? So the sad thing, he said, you think the Lakers will still call up for a deal? Not really, because like I said, in order for us to trade for Jimmy, we have to give up a lot. Remember, salaries have to match. All right. So most of our young pieces are still on their rookie deals, which means that we're going to have to throw in a lot of them, if not all of them. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It's not going to happen. If it does happen, the Timberwolves would have to keep them till around December, and then the Lakers could actually offer something in a package, maybe Lance Stevenson, Rondo, Beasley type players like that in a package with one young player maybe, and that would be more realistic. But I really don't think the Timberwolves keep him. Honestly, he might be gone by the end of this week before training camp even starts. So that's my prediction on Jimmy Butler. Now, here's the interesting thing. To me, his favorite team that he wants to go to is the Clippers. Why? Because he was here in LA. He made Tom Tibbs fly all the way from Minnesota. They were supposed to meet out there this week, but he flew all the way to LA to meet with him for Jimmy to request a trade. I don't know why they needed to meet face to face. They could have done that over the phone, but I guess it was that serious, right? But to me, that's why I think the Clippers are his favorite team. Big market. They have the cap space to re-sign him, and he's going to be the guy. There's no like major egos there. He's going to be the guy in Clipperland, which doesn't matter because you're irrelevant every time you're a Clipper, so it doesn't really matter. He said, Jimmy Butler is just a diva. I have to agree at this point, and I didn't appreciate the tweet he had about Dwayne Wade's wife neither. I thought that was mad disrespectful. That picture with her coming out of the water and he was like, salivating over it. That was annoying. And that really tells a lot about a person. When you act like that, when you don't act your age, he's hitting 30 pretty soon, and this guy's acting like a youngin'. Because the youngins get wild and they act all buck wild and crazy like that. But yeah, that pretty much showed me you got no respect for Dwayne Wade's wife, man. When you're a super NBA, I won't say superstar, but you're a two-way star in the league, and you can get yourself your own female, and you're gonna go over here and disrespect somebody else's wife. That is just unnecessary, immature, and all of the above. So that I lost respect for Jimmy after I seen that on Twitter. And I mean, it's crazy because back then we didn't have these platforms like Twitter, YouTube, all this stuff. But you can really tell a lot about a person's character. Sometimes they expose themselves, like Jimmy in that in that instance, he exposed himself. Dwayne Wade even had to clap back at him. So, hey, Kingston, Jamaica, what's up, brother? How you doing? Marvis in the house. I see you, bro. He said, should the Lakers sign back Sasha Vujacic? No. I think he's done for. I saw him play for the Knicks the last time I saw him play, and he's no longer the same pesky defender he once was, and or that 3-point spot up shooter sniper he once was. So Albert says, "What up, D man? Will LeBron play on the first preseason game?" I'm not sure, but good thing you reminded me of this, guys, because I also wanted to report this to you guys. Alonzo Ball might not be ready for training camp, so that's a little worrisome. He's had more than all summer to try to recover. I know he had that minor knee surgery or whatever, but I hope he's ready to go, because if not, he is going to lose his job to the very savvy Rajon Rondo. So, in my opinion, that's my only concern with my man right here, man. That's my only concern, is that Lonzo has been very injury prone thus far through his short career, but hopefully he's back, man. He said, I'm worried about Zoe's meniscus injury. Zoe said surgery was to remove, not repair the meniscus. Removing the meniscus leads to arthritis, fatigue. If there is stress, I'm worried for him. I agree. I agree with you, bro. Just like I said, hopefully it is minor. If it's major, then they're keeping it under wraps, and I don't know what they plan on doing with Lonzo, but I wish the best for him, man. He said, Dan, I forget about Lonzo sometimes. Yeah, that's how deep this team is. We're going to be really deep, and that's what guys and players like Lonzo want. They want the opposition to forget about them, and that way they can operate, like he said, I feel like the Lakers are downplaying the situation. Probably. And that's probably just in case they ever do include him in the package, then he doesn't get devalued. But I don't foresee him getting traded, at least not this season. So hopefully he proves himself, and hopefully he proves us all wrong, and he comes back healthy and strong and better. He said he only had a very small piece removed. I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how that works. He said, what's up? Hope all is well, Cali Love. Hey, Larry, how you doing, brother? He said, Dan, I hope Butler goes to the Clippers. Then Kawhi will not want to go to the Clippers and will come to the Lakers. Ooh, interesting. That's an interesting way of looking at it there, Steven. I'm not sure if that will happen, but if he does, maybe you're right. We'll see. No trades, Andrew. No trades. I think we're going to stand pat till the season starts, and maybe even up until the trade deadline. If we need to tweak anything, then maybe we'll look at trades. But for now, I think we should go in with this team. If you guys haven't been watching the videos, man, follow me on Twitter. I've been retweeting them. The video clips of the Lakers practicing. They look good. Kuzma, he has this sweet turnaround jumper looking like Kobe fading away over somebody in practice. I'm just like so excited, guys. Monday Media Day can't come soon enough. So, keep it locked right here. I'll be definitely coming with a post recap. He said, imagine Butler, Beverly, Kawhi, that'd be OP. On defense, but offensively, who's going to be the playmaker there? Let's wait. I agree, Andrew. Let's just wait. Let's wait up for my man, Jimmy B. And I'm sorry, not Jimmy B. Let's wait for Kawhi or Kevin Durant. So let's see what happens. He said, I'm a T-Wolves fan. Well, where do you think Jimmy's going to go and who for? Well, Josh, thanks for the question, brother. I think you guys have to trade him before training camp. That way you maximize the package. Now, if I were you, I'd try to trade for young pieces, because to me, Karl-Anthony Towns is the leader of your team. When Jimmy Butler came here, he tried to take over the reins, and that's why things didn't work. They clashed. And, Wiggins fell in line as well with Karl Towns, because they've been buddies since they both got drafted there. But I would go with a young pieces. I think the Knicks would be a very cool destination. I mean, if you can get some nice pieces there, I mean, that kid they just drafted, Kevin Knox, looks sweet. If they include him in a package, a future first-round pick, and I don't know, maybe Frank Ntilikina, I think that's something you have to look at. And I think it would vote well for the Knicks too, because they're trying to compete now. I don't know why they're trying to compete now. They should stay on the rebuild course, but they are. I think adding Jimmy Butler, they feel like they can maybe then go out and get Kyrie next season. But either way, man, hopefully you guys maximize the package. Minnesota has been such a classy franchise, and they always, they stay patient and continue to build through the draft, which I admire, because a lot of fan bases, they would have, they would have been Warriors fans by now, simply because they haven't competed in a while. I mean, hopefully, and I pray for you guys to keep Karl Towns, because that's your guy, man. That's your franchise cornerstone, no matter what happens. So He said, "Yo, Dan, I talked to you earlier. Thanks for your videos. I'm glad we aren't involved. We need to stay with our current team." Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, I agree, bro. This is one trade that. See, the thing about Magic Johnson that I respect so much is that I feel like, and maybe this is just my, my ego talking here, but I feel like great minds think alike, and I feel like he's a great mind. So I never worry about what decisions he's gonna make. So far he hasn't done any knee-jerk reaction type trades. So I trust him 100%. Him and Rob have been sensational, so I'm not even worried about it. He said, "I think the Clippers are going to trade Tobias Harris, Milos, and future picks for Jimmy." See, that's just the thing. If I'm the Timberwolves, I'm trying to get as much young pieces as possible. Tobias Harris is nice, picks are nice, but if I'm the Timberwolves, I want those two players they just added in the draft and some future draft picks. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Remember, they tried adding that veteran piece, and honestly, I feel like Tibbs is running them into the ground with all this extra practice and stuff, but it didn't work out. So maybe they should continue going the young route and let these guys keep growing, man. They should have not traded Zach LaVine, in my opinion. They should not have. He said, "Who will be the starting five, Dan, and who comes off the bench?" Well, good question, Miguel. According to reports, is that Lonzo's still not ready. They're not going to rush him back. So I'm starting to think that maybe Rondo will start the season. Maybe he'll start preseason, look really great, and just take the reins from there. So it might be Rondo. For me, it would be Josh Hart. It would be Brandon Ingram, LeBron, and JaVale. And then off the bench, you would have Lonzo and Kuz because they have that good chemistry playing together, right? That's what I would think to start it off. But personally, I would love to have a depth lineup, man, of, point guard Zoe, shooting guard, Josh Hart, small forward, Brandon Ingram, power forward, Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron at center. That would be a hard lineup to stop. Remember, it's positionless basketball now. So, but we'll see, man. Anything's possible. That's the beauty of it. We have so much depth that, Luke's going to have that ability to play with the roster and tinker with it and hopefully get the best combinations that give us the best results night in and night out. Right? He said, "Dan, I saw Zoe dunking a few days ago." Yeah, I saw it too, but still, if you noticed, when he dunked, he hung on the rim and made sure that he came down properly, because he could still be ginger down by the knee area. He didn't want to come down wrong. So he's still very conscious of it if you look at that clip again. He said, "My fave from our young core is Kuzma, the assassin, Josh Hart, and Svi is special, and we need to trade KCP so Svi and Hart can shine at the two." You know what, Marvis? You're not wrong there. I was a fan of KCP in Detroit, but I didn't like the way he played last season. He's very all over the place, right? And very sloppy at times. Sometimes he had good games. Most of the times he didn't. So by December, although I did hear that KCP has a no trade clause, so most likely he's not getting traded. But by December, if Svi Mikhailuk continues playing the way he has, by the way he played, they beat Spain over there overseas, and he's been looking sensational all summer long. So I think that kid is going to crack the rotation one way or another. But one of those players might become expendable, and I think it is KCP, definitely. And the only way to trade him might be by limiting his minutes, unfortunately. But I don't know. Dan, do you see a midseason trade? Depends on what opens up. Let me give you an example. If Kawhi Leonard is not showing, interest in re-signing with the Raptors, maybe they go turn around and flip him, and then maybe the Lakers make a push for him. But hopefully not. Again, if there's a trade, I hope it's a minor trade, and I hope it includes the veterans only and not the young core. We got to keep those at all costs. We're building the right way right now, and we're doing absolutely the best we can to follow that winning blueprint, right? So. If that answers your question, hopefully it does. Yeah, I say no to the young core midseason trade. Everything else, nothing's off the table depending. He said, "What do you think about Rondo, Hart, B.I., Kuz, and LeBron with Zoe, KCP, Steve, Beasley, and McKee?" So he said Rondo, Hart, B.I., Kuz, and LeBron. That's not a bad lineup neither. Again, Walton's going to be able to tinker with it night in and night out. Depending on matchups, I think we're going to see different lineups. Also, injuries are going to factor into it. Long course of the season, there's always injuries. So you just never know, man. He said, "Who do you think LeBron won't mesh well with?" Whoever is not willing to work hard enough, whether that be anybody who's slacking off, I think that'll be the one. You know, whoever it is, whoever. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna go down with the whole Jimmy Butler thing. I see some people on here um, saying he got traded already. I'm not sure if you guys are trolling. Let me check my Twitter timeline. That would be crazy. That would be fast. That would be extremely fast. But anyways, really quick, guys. Yeah, nothing has happened yet, apparently. Yep. No, you guys are funny. Dan Aaron Gordon to the Timberwolves for Butler per Woj. Really? Oh, I gotta re-up. Should I re? Let me see, because I'll give you guys my reaction to that real quick if that really did happen. I don't see it. I really don't see it. Well, if it happened, that's crazy. That is crazy. He said, could the Lakers lose out on free agency for 19? There's no way. I think absolutely we're landing somebody. Definitely, you guys are joking for sure. I think for sure 2019 we're landing somebody. I have the same feeling I had last year. Remember, I told you guys we were landing at least one max, and we got the big fish. Because of that, the league is on notice that we are already rebuilding, and I'm sure everybody wants to come here, Kevin Durant included. Now, there was a rumor earlier this week, and I didn't make a video about it. Why? Because I don't believe the rumor. But there was a rumor that supposedly KD has already decided to come to the Lakers a year ahead. He already planned for it, just like LeBron did last year. He just wants to capture one more ring and get ready. He is always every summer out here in LA, so that rumor could have some merit, just like when LeBron bought his second house here in LA, and we kind of already knew. But I don't believe it. It's too early to believe any of these free agency rumors, man. We got to wait at least till the season's over. So if we start hearing it around, right before July, right around June, then maybe there'll be some real truth to it. So if we do get somebody, KD and LeBron would take over this league. They would terrorize it, man. I'm just saying. A lot of people don't like KD, but he is still probably the most skilled scorer in this league today. Butler to the Clippers, I don't care. Honestly, he's not a threat. If he goes to the Clippers, I'm not worried. They would have to give up a lot for him because the Clippers don't have much. So they would have to give up basically all the young assets. I don't know what combination they would throw together. They have nothing to lose, really. LeBron just announced Space Jams 2. I feel like he only came to LA to produce movies. He has no intention of winning championship. Now, that's not true, Steven. LeBron always wants to win. Just like he's not like Kobe, but he's very similar in the fact that he's always competitive. So it doesn't really matter. LeBron was always going to do Space Jams 2. I told you guys that thing was already in production since last year. So that's the reason I had LeBron landing here in LA, because he already had some hookups. But come on, let's be real. Let's be real, guys. If you had the chance to, shoot a movie, you're in Hollywood, you're a superstar. Everybody wants a piece, right? And you can shoot Space Jams 2, which, by the way, the first one is iconic. I don't think the second one's even going to touch it. But if you have a chance to shoot a movie, you're going to do it, man. It's basically opportunity meeting, that's all it is. Opportunity meeting the situation. And LeBron is taking advantage of that. That's all it is. I'm not worried about it. LeBron's still going to be dropping 25 to 30 consistently on a nightly basis with his 7 to 8 to 9 assists and his 7 to 8 to 9 rebounds. So I'm not worried about it. KD to the Lakers is probably 50-50. This next summer is going to be crazy. Agreed 100%, man. If you guys have any questions, I'm about to get off. Hit me now. I can't wait. I cannot wait till training camp starts on the 24th, this Monday. So keep it locked right here for that. Remember, if you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter. I'll keep you guys posted there at Dan the Lakers fan. And keep it locked. He said, why would KD want to play with the Lakers? Dan, please answer. Why not? You're with the Golden State Warriors. Let's say, hypothetically, you win your third championship. You have nothing to prove, man. If you don't get off of the Warriors, you're never going to be known as one of the greatest because everybody thinks you took the easy road. So you come to the Lakers, you help them get back to the top. You and LeBron versus the Warriors. That sets it up for an amazing Western Conference Finals. And like I've always said, man, winning one championship with the Lakers is equivalent to like winning 3 with the Warriors. It just means so much more. We're just the greater franchise. We're the better team. We have all the history, or as the youngins want to call it nowadays, all the clout, whatever. we're the most popular franchise probably in the history of the league. So why wouldn't you want to come to the Lakers? That's the better question. But KD would be under LeBron's shadow only for like a year or two. Either way, I think LeBron would actually need him more than what people expect, because he's going to be on the decline by then. Hopefully he declines slowly and we still get a lot of prime LeBron. But I think KD will definitely benefit from LeBron's age, and I think KD will eventually become the guy. Could even be on the very first year. KD is going back to OKC. Take it to the bank. I'll remember that. I doubt it, man. I really doubt it. Jimmy Butler coming to the Lakers? I doubt that as well. No, we don't have the assets to trade right now. Again, it would have to take up the whole young core just to match the salary. So no. Yeah, you came a little bit late, bro. But remember, this video is about the process, and it'll reset once I'm done. So you can check it out then. Very interesting. We touched on Kawhi Leonard. We touched on some other rumors, some news on Lonzo Ball. So definitely give that a check. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. I'll take one more question. I see a couple here. Starting lineup for the first preseason game. Rondo, KCP, Brandon Ingram, LeBron, and McGee. That's what I predict. That's not what I want, but that's what I predict. He said, what are your thoughts on Vince Carter joining the Lakers? He has not joined the Lakers, but nice try, brother. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep it locked. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys real soon, man. Peace out.